Good morning. This is Pastor Doug. Last Sunday, Beth did a great job leading us through the story of Gideon. And even though it's the story of Gideon, it's really, again, the story of the Lord, our deliverer, who uses weak people to accomplish his purposes. It's in the human weakness that God's strength is made perfect. It's as people trust God that it is the Lord who is with them and the Lord who is giving the strength and the Lord who is doing the deliverance that God moves in really supernatural and miraculous ways. I love the encounter that Gideon first had with the angel of the Lord, where the angel of the Lord says to him, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior. Go in the strength you have and deliver Israel. Am I not with you?" And Gideon is like, who am I that I would even have the remotest possibility of being a deliverer of Israel? And yet it really, of course, was not so much of who is Gideon, it's really who is the Lord. And the Lord is the one who takes willing people, who takes people even with, I'll call it fledgling faith, but are willing to step out with the faith that they have. And they see that God grows and empowers them, grows them in their faith and empowers them to accomplish his plans and his work. I'm reminded in that story of Gideon when God keeps reducing the size of Gideon's army down to 300 people, that God says, this is really all about me and about my name and my glory. And I want you to be in a place of dependency because then I get the glory. When we act in our own strength, our own capacity, our own ability, it's too easy to just say, look what I have done. Look what I have built. Instead of look what the Lord has done. How great and marvelous are his deeds. It's not so much about we gotta try harder and work harder and be smarter. It's really more about depending harder and trusting harder. And then we are free to step out because we know this is not our strength, and we expect that God will have already gone before us, that God is behind us, and God is with us as we move and work for the sake of his glory and his kingdom. This week at Dinner Church, we're going to be looking at the life of David, one of the more common Old Testament figures. And David is a person, again, who had this trust in God and how God was able to take him and against all odds, use him to be a deliverer for Israel. We look forward to seeing you then on Sunday night, and have a great week, trusting God that he is at work in you, regardless of your weakness. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. See you on Sunday.